Alrighty, everyone, welcome to tonight's coverage of the Camping Universe Truck Series live from Talladega, Race 2 in the round of 8 for the chase this year. As these trucks are getting ready with practice, we'll take you through your point standings coming into tonight's event. Alright, out front coming into tonight, Scott Sanderson up front with 9 wins and 15 starts here this season. Right now he's got a 100-point gap over Jason Brophy, sitting there in second with 4 wins. So Jason got some ground to make up. You never know what could happen here at Talladega Superspeedway. And then sitting in third, about 25 points off of Jason, that's Hart Green. Jared Ziegler in fourth. Fifth is Norman King. Sixth is Matt Hollova. Brian Robinson is in seventh. And rounding out your chase field in eighth is Brian Ziegler. So that is your top 8 coming into Talladega here this evening. Should be an interesting night of racing for the Camping and Universe Truck Series. Once again, I want to thank everyone for coming out here. Check this out live on Extreme Sim TV tonight for this event. Now, a little bit of house cleaning, fuel mileage. These trucks can get just under 40 miles or 40 laps per tank with an 80 lap race. If this thing goes green, there's a chance we may see a little bit of fuel mileage coming into effect, just like we did on Monday night with the Indy cars here as well. Alrighty, folks. Once again, no fast repairs in the Camping Universe Truck Series either. Got to keep that car nice and clean all night long. Alright, guys, I'm going to step away. And when I come back, we'll get you down to some practice and then get you to the national anthem and get you ready to go for tonight's 80 laps at Talladega. about a minute and 41 seconds left in practice. We've been taking a look here at the 93 and the 98. That's your 2 points leaders. And them working together out there. Very interesting to see them working together in practice. Keep in mind, these guys do not have a faster pair this evening. You've got to keep that truck nice and clean for 80 laps here at Talladega. And if you want to make it on one stop, you know, you're going to have to make it to lap 40. And I honestly don't know that these guys can make it that far. And the other big question is, when does the big one strike? That's another issue that we're going to run into tonight. With only one faster pair, a big incident can take out both your points contenders, points leaders, and really open up the gap for somebody else. So, very interesting, but we're going to have to take a look at and keep an eye on here tonight. Alright, less than a minute remaining, and we will get ready to go to qualifying for tonight's event. Looks like we have about 15 trucks registered here this evening. Pretty good field here for the Camping Universe Truck Series as they're winding down season 5. Getting to the end of it. Matter of fact, the season ender is coming up next month, so we're really knocking them down here with 15 seconds remaining in practice. And I'll get you over to qualifying. Now, as qualifying is getting ready to take place. Alright, Scott Sanderson right now out on track in that number 93 machine. That is going to be your points leader. As he rolls the high side through 1 and 2. Excuse me, looks like he's coming out of 3 and 4 now. Got, of course, 9 wins this season. And I do believe that may be the best all time. He runs a very high side of the racetrack. Three minutes and 32 seconds remaining in qualifying. Nobody really turned in a lap as of yet. Of course, your first lap, you're going to go up near the wall. Build up all your momentum. The second one, you'll see them drop down right around that yellow line at the bottom of the racetrack. Use the least amount of distance for that second lap. Of course, 80 laps here tonight at Talladega. Not very long at all. Lap number 1 for your points leader. Currently first on the board at a 55.549. Scott Sanderson scored on the pole right now. Now you'll see him drop to the bottom of the racetrack. This will be his money lap here. Trying to pick up every bit he can. Mark Green right now with the pole after the first lap, but he's coming down the back straightaway now. Trying to look for that second lap as Scott also is getting ready to turn his second lap. He's coming through the tri-oval. He's seen down below the yellow line on the tri-oval. Crosses the stripe with a 54.568. Puts Scott to the top of the board. Here comes Hart Green. See if he can match it across the stripe. 54.597 puts Hart in fourth. James Brown up there in that 68 machine right now taking the pole. Nice run for Mr. Brown. All right, Levi to the top of the board. That's nice for Levi as well. And that number 31 machine, nice looking machine. All right, the 43 seconds remaining right now. Levi on pole. James Brown second. Norman King scored third. Jared Ziegler fourth. Fifth goes to Scott Sanderson. Matt Hollaba sixth. Seventh goes to Ryan S.C. Worley. Or excuse me, Matt. Now the seventh. Ryan to eighth. And Jason Brophy shoots to the top of the board. Man, oh man, with 18 seconds left, no time to spare. Jason Brophy grabs the pole. Now 10 seconds remaining. It looks like Jason's going to start on pole with Levi outside of him. James Brown third, Norman King fourth, Jared Ziegler fifth, Scott Sanderson sixth, Matt Hollaba seventh, Ryan C. Worley will start eighth, ninth Hart Green, Brian Robinson 10th, 11th Roy. That'll be your top 11 as we'll get ready to grid them up. Jason Brophy with the pole. All right. Right, gridding up on the front straightaway. Getting ready to go green here at Talladega. They Jared there in that number 57 machine. This will be 80 laps live from Talladega Super Speedway for the Camping Universe Truck Series. All right, getting ready to grid them up here. Norman King up there in that 28 machine. Good start for him, starting outside in the fourth position. About to start to roll off of the grid here. We'll come around one pace lap and we'll be green here at Talladega. All right, into turns 3 and 4 we go. Jason on the inside. Expect him to get a pretty good launch here. Scott sitting back there at 6th position. I'm sure he comes in tonight just wanting to protect the truck. Yeah, don't want anything to happen here. Not with a 100-point lead coming in. Yes, you got some breathing room, but you do not want to use it. Lights will be out on the iRacing pace car. Taking a look here at Jason out front. He'll bring them down nice and smooth. And we're getting ready to go green, chase race number 2 at Talladega Super Speedway. Is green for the Camping Universe Truck Series. Jason Brophy on the bottom. He's got all kinds of help with that number 68 machine. That is Brown there in the 68. Jared Ziegler will fall in line in 3rd. 24 of Matt Holloway runs 4th. Now Jared will start to poke his nose out. He'll try to lead that outside lineup. No momentum as of yet. Here comes Matt Holloway there in the 24 machine to fill the gap on the bottom. That will move him up into 3rd. Early on in this, coming out of turn number 4, now Jared's starting to slip back just a little ways. He'll jump back in line to 31 with the 28 out there. Now leading that outside, that's Levi and Norman. Across the stripe for lap number 1, Jason Brophy will lead the way. Got Sanderson back in the pack a little ways. All the way back here in the 15th position, you'll find Scott. Probably trying to take care of the truck a little bit, just what we talked about. Riding along at the tail end of this draft. Art Green up here in the 63 now. Coming with the 68. They'll work the bottom as the 24 gets moved back a little ways. Now Hart jumps up to the high side in front of Jared. Trying to get a run for the 2nd position here. Oh no, that is for the lead as Scott. As Jason has lost the lead. Jason back to 13th now as he's got freight trained out. Put Hart Green as your leader. That's Hart Green and Jared Ziegler working together there up front. A gap building here to the 63 on the high side with Matt Holloway working with him. Norman King down there. Not had the best of seasons, but he's trying to get him a win here at Talladega Super Speedway. They'll come across the stripe now. And that'll put them 4 laps complete. Ooh, the 33 getting a little tight with the 68. That was nearly disaster. They worked through 1 and 2. Everybody getting in a single file line. Keep in mind, no fast repairs. Now we got them 3 wide. We got a truck stuck in the middle back here. Back towards the back of the pack. You got them 3 abreast. You see Jason and Scott right there together. That's the Havoline truck that was stuck there in the middle. I believe that is a 37 machine. No, that is the 37 on the high side now, dropping back. That's going to be, I believe that's Brian Robinson there in that 37 Havoline machine. Everybody now gets in the line. They'll start riding here. Smart move to ride here at Talladega. Up front, Hart Green, Jared Ziegler, Norman King, James Brown. Roy there in fifth. Ryan C. Worley sixth. Donnie Lee currently scored seventh. 5 out of the 80 laps complete here as they come out of turn 4. Keep in mind, your magical fuel number is lap number 40. Anybody can manage to make it to that number, they should be good to go the rest of the way on fuel with one stop. I'm really concerned for Hart out here leading. I don't feel that's the best way to get the best fuel mileage. And Monday night, we seen fuel come into a major factor. And I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't happen again here tonight. The outside groove forming up there. Hart Green right now leading the way. Norman King in second. Oh, look at Hart down below the apron. Maybe he's going to try to drop back in the pack. Just what we talked about, trying to save fuel. Norman King with him down there. Nice move out of those two. They'll blend back up. That'll hand the lead over to Worley. Oh, that's going to get tight. The 37 nearly getting into your points leader. He was able to pull it off without really making. We got trucks jumbled up all over the place. 33 down there on the apron now. Worley out there all by himself. Man, they're really jockeying, trying to get back in the pack, get in the draft. Nobody wants to be that guy leading. Worley says, oh, if y'all don't want it, I'll take it now. 3 wide for second. Matt Hollema pushing the 17 up through there. He'll ditch out, go to the highway, and get with the 31. And that's going to move Matt all the way up to the lead. Now you'll see him stay high, let him duck down below him. He'll try to jump down for second. Out of turn 4. Down the front straightaway they come. 3 wide through the middle. Here comes Scott Sanderson trying to make it work. Trying to use that sucker hole to get all the way to the front, and he will. And I believe he scored a lap led that time by Scott Sanderson to the lead. Wow, these guys really jockeying it up, trying to save fuel already. 9 laps out of 80 complete. Scott Sanderson to the lead. That is your points leader right now up front. Matt Hollema now with all kinds of help on the outside lane, but the 16, Aaliyah Overton. Right on the back bumper of that National Guard, the U.S. Navy machine. Matt Hollema getting all kinds of help. To the stripe, and I think Matt might lead this lap. Indeed, he will. They'll get by Scott Sanderson. Watch these two, Leah and Matt jump to the bottom. Nope, not doing it yet. We're going to stay up on the high side. Battle cycle and got back a few spots. Here comes Jason to the bottom. Or, yeah, that's Jared jumping to the bottom. 10 out of 80 will be complete this time by. Everybody being pretty cautious here. Matt now getting pushed back up to the lead by the 16 machine. Now the 16 will jump to the bottom, follow Matt down. Jared says, he's going to try to get pushed back up through there. Not going to work. Ryan C. Worley up there in the 26 machine. Right on the back bumper of Jared Ziegler, giving him a big shove down the front straightaway. Ryan C. Worley and that number 26 all over the back bumper of Jared Ziegler. Jared now doing everything he can to hold the bottom lane. The 31 gets a little squirrely through the apron, on the apron. He hangs on to it. 12 laps complete here. Now, decision time. You got to start thinking about, do I come down and pit and set myself up for another pit stop, or do I try to stay out to 40 and hope I can make it all the way there? Jared now pulls out of line. Look at how much these guys are spreading out as yellow has come out on the speedway. And that is the 17 machine of Donnie Lee in trouble. It looks like Caleb Weekly might be in trouble. And Brian Ziegler, we'll go back and take a look at what happened here. On the high side, oh boy, this is going to end well. Oh my goodness. What in the world happened there? Brian and Donnie just come together. Both those trucks are probably destroyed. Again, no fast repair. See smoke rolling out of 58. Up the racetrack and yeah, that car's done. So first yellow of the evening, lap 14, involving Brian Ziegler and Donnie Lee. Donnie also may be destroyed. Very bad outcome for those two. Jared up front with the lead right now. We'll see if he decides to come down pit road, which I think everybody will, honestly. If you take fuel here, that's going to get you well past 40. Probably get you to around 50 or so. 253. And that will be your final stop for the evening. So throw fuel strategy out. Now it's going to be all out racing from here. No need to worry about fuel. Everybody will be on the same page. And Jared Ziegler will lead them down. We'll see how Jason there in the 88 is doing.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Jason, bud, it's Matt up in the booth. You got me, buddy?
I do.
Alrighty, well, how does this caution affect your fuel strategy?
Well, now we can race. That's the big one. So I got my lap led early, and then I knew if it was going to go green the whole time, I needed to drop back into the draft and take fuel, saving fuel, I should say. So, but now it's go time. There's no need to save fuel. You're going to be able to make it at one more stop, no matter what.
Yeah, I think this will change the tempo of the race for sure.
Oh yeah. definitely.
Now, you come into tonight 100 points back off of Scott, I think it was. So what's the plan to try to get caught up to him in the points?
So sadly, I am not points racing here tonight. I will be unable to make next week's race. So I'm here kind of to win. That's the end goal now. Right, I'm trying to line up a sub, but even then, 3/4 points, it's not going to put me in title contention most likely. So goal here is to go out, get a win, help Norman do the best he can too. So, but kind of running free now. So.
Well, it's very unfortunate you can't make it next week. I mean, yeah, it lets you come out here and race this week, though, so.
Yep, I'd really love to get a restrictor plate win. I don't think I have one in this league, so.
All right, well, since you can't make it next week, what's your thoughts on anybody catching Scott in the championship?
You want to say that again?
Well, if you're not going to be here next week, what is your thoughts on anybody catching Scott for the championship?
What, I think it's 100 points to me. It was going to be hard for me to gain on him. He's going to have a pair of bad races, really. And then I think Jared's got a shot. Everybody's got a shot. If he can have a couple bad races, then I think it opens it all up. But if he doesn't have a bad race here and somewhere else, then I don't think it's going to happen, right? 100 points is a lot to make up in 5 races when you got someone who runs pretty much always in the top 2 or 3. So.
Yeah, this is what tends to happen when somebody wins 9 races in one season.
Well, yeah, I mean, and he's been the class of the field all year, so let's give him credit where credit's due. It's not like he's earned that right and made the most of it. So.
All righty, buddy. Well, we get ready to go back green, so best of luck.
Yep, one up here.
User was moved out of your channel.
All righty, we heard that. Unfortunately, Jason not going to be able to make it next week, and man, to come back from that is going to be next to impossible, I feel like. So, Scott, now that has to play in his favor. Now it's just protect. Scott's got the lead. He's won 9 races this season. So it's really going to play out for him here. It's pretty much a golden opportunity. All right, lights off on the iRacing pace car once again. Brian Robinson will bring them down to the green this time. To his outside will be Ryan C. Worley. Jared will start 3rd. The 31 will be 4th. And the 93 of Scott Sanderson will restart 5th here. 16 of 80 complete. Everybody's going to be on a good fuel mileage strategy now. Now it's just go race. You do have to, however, make sure you take care of the car. You know, no fast repairs. We've seen how quick that can end up bad. As Brian Ziegler has retired and the 17 still sitting on pit road with major damage. That Chevy Silverado. And that's the thing with it the way it is. One big incident can take out a lot of people. So you really got to watch that as well. Brian. It'd be interesting what they say about that. We are green as Brian took them way early. Way early. Green is out, though. He's going to be way too far ahead. They are just going to eat him alive when they get there. Here comes Scott Sanderson working with the 26. Ryan C. Worley sitting in 3rd. Brian Ziegler and Jared Ziegler up front trying to fend them off, but I just feel like they're going to have a massive run when they get there. Here they go to the outside line. Scott brings Ryan with him. Jared doing everything he can. He just rammed back to the 37 trying to get him going. Didn't work out very well, though. Scott is going to take over the lead, and that's what I was saying. That huge lead that Brian had, there was just no way he was going to hold off the momentum that was going to be coming towards him. Scott Sanderson will lead this lap. Ryan C. Worley, and I'm actually kind of surprised that Brian Robinson was able to hang on as good as he was. Not Ziegler, it was Robinson there up front and Scott dropping to the back. Now Robinson and Ziegler on the bottom, working together. You see Scott just kind of falling back. He wants to let this race play out. He's got a 100-point lead. He knows his nearest competitor's not going to make next week's race. He's trying to protect as much as he can, and you can't blame him for it. It is a smart thing to do. Alrighty, folks, we're going to take you for some Crank It Up here at Talladega Super Speedway. All right, we're back here at Talladega Super Speedway. Out front, that's going to be Brian Robinson still leading the way as the pack's starting to accordion together just a little bit here. Jared Ziegler right there with him. Outside of him, Ryan C. Worley, Jason out there again. Jason just got done talking about how he was pretty much racing for a win here today. And he is showing it. He's got that car right up there in the mix. See back there a little ways out of frame, Scott Sanderson setting back a little bit as Donnie Lee has now retired from the event. 13 trucks still on track. But man, oh man, I'd be getting nervous. One little mistake could wreck the whole field here. Norman King back there in the 28 trying to make something happen. Now Ryan C. Worley on the outside. Jason Brophy giving him a big shove. Trying to shove him clear of the 37 of Robinson. Here comes Jason. Norman. He'll drop to the bottom right around that yellow line. Trying to look for running room. Jared Ziegler as well right there at the 37. Now Jason Brophy doing everything he can out there. Jared still looking for room down there on the bottom. Ryan C. Worley and that 26 machine working the high side. Jason Brophy right there with him. Here it comes Jason now trying to split the outside. He'll put Ryan in the middle of that sucker hole and they'll start leading on the high side. Here comes Hart Green, Jason Brophy, the 31 and the 93, your points leader of Scott Sanderson, trying to work the outside lane. Not enough momentum to get up there and challenge just yet. Jared Ziegler now hops to the outside. He may be looking for the position for the lead. No, he'll get freight trained as Norman King will drop below him along with Ryan C. Worley in the 26. About spread apart. Hart Green now come to Jared's back bumper. They'll start working that middle lane. Now 3 wide almost for the lead up front here. They'll taper off. Jared gets a good shove through the middle. When he's coming up to complete lap number 27 of 80. Jared now look at the shove from Hart, and that'll shove him clear to the lead. Now look for him and Hart maybe to drop down. Jason right there with them. Hart to the bottom. He'll leave Jared hanging on the outside. Jared just didn't hop down fast enough for Hart's liking. He's like, yeah, I'm going. And now he will lead the, well, I thought he led by a nose, but nope, Jared got it. Jared up front by the nose. Jason right there with him. Now Jason will go to the high side, and that'll put Jared in the middle. Hart Green on the bottom. 3 wide for the lead here at Talladega. Coming to complete lap number 29. Scott just playing it safe back there. He's not even trying to get up there involved in that. Oh, almost in contact with the 57-31. They keep it clean though. as we're coming up on 10 laps away from halfway here at Talladega. Norman King now with a big shove from the 57, trying to shove him clear. "30 out of 80 laps complete." Pack now thunders through trouble once again. Jared jumps up. He'll get Jason to his back bumper. No, Jason will drop down with Norman. No big surprise there. That's teammates. And Norman now getting a shove from the 88 truck. Hart Green out front. 37 right there with him. Oh, Norman getting a little free on corner entry. He hangs on to it. That could have been disastrous there if that truck had went sideways, but he held on to it. 3 wide now for about 5th. Jason stuck in the middle. Brian on the bottom. Now the 37 on the bottom. Outside of them is the 31. All of them 3 wide back there in a pack. Ooh, that got tight. Really tight between Brian and Jason. Norman King now leading the way by a nose. Look at that. That 28 truck having a good run here at Talladega tonight. Once again, 1 yellow in the evening way back at lap number 14. They're coming to complete 32. Look at Ryan C. Worley, that truck bouncing around with him on the bottom. Having a little bit of a hard time keeping that truck straight. Brian Robinson back to the back bumper, the 63 of Hart Green. Norman King to the bottom of the racetrack. Everybody now get back kind of sort of single file. Start running the bottom of the racetrack. Norman King leading the way in the 28 machine. He's going to have Jared Ziegler all over his back bumper. Oh, getting that truck all kinds of loose in turn 3. I seen Jared all up on that back bumper. That's very hard to hold on to. Jason Brophy way up high there in the 88 trying to make something happen. No help. 35 will be put in the books here. Jared Ziegler almost to the inside of Norman King as Norman slid up the racetrack again. "36 out of 80 laps complete." are at 61 laps complete out of 80 here tonight. And right now you have Hart Green, Jared Ziegler, and Jason Brophy. Your top three here packed together. Matt Holliba back here working with Ryan C. Worley. They're about 9 seconds off the lead pack. Scott Sanderson back here working with Norman King. And they are around 14 seconds off the lead pack here with roughly 62 laps to go. All right, so what is going to happen now? Can anybody catch this front pack? I really don't think so. Of course, they got that lap down truck right there with them as well. That gives them 4 trucks in a group. Jason up here, he said all he wants to do is win the race. All he's interested in. Jason Brophy in that number 88 John Deere machine. Right there with Hart Green and Jared Ziegler. '64 going to be on the board here momentarily. Now, up front, Jared Ziegler trying to hang on. You'll have Hart Green. Now, your points leader, Scott Sanderson, back in 6th. Doing exactly what he wanted to do today. Just kind of take care of the truck. And they're 13 back, 3 seconds off of these 2 trucks. So there's a good chance he could probably get up to 4th here. Ryan C. Worley and Matt Holliba kind of separate. Again, that's just hurting them a little bit more. Having to make that switch. But here comes Norman King and Scott Sanderson. They're going to group up and catch these 2. .65 out of 80 laps complete. The gap from 3rd to 4th right now, 11 seconds. So I think the top 3, as long as they work together and no yellows come out, is going to be decided amongst them. Jason right there in perfect position to maybe get a win. Hart Green trying to grab one as well. Of course, one yellow back on lap 14. Which involved Donnie Lee and Brian Ziegler. And right now, 12 cars left running. Jared Ziegler still out front right now. Mr. Ziegler, Jared up front. 67 out of 80. Jason, now you see that front pack growing, but that is lap down traffic. So that's actually helps Jason. It gives him some people to work with here. See, Ryan now has been caught by Scott and Norman 11.3 seconds back. $67 out of 80 laps complete. Jared Ziegler trying to get him a win here at Talladega tonight. Oh, we got trouble. That is 31 of Levi. Oh man. What in the world happened? Uh-oh. And slight contact between him and the 37 sends him around. Surprisingly, though, no yellow being called for that. He clears the racetrack before the second pack comes through. Great job by him to get off the racing surface. Jared's still up front with the 63. The question is does that disturbance hurt the front pack? And I think it did. But I don't think it's nearly enough for the second pack to run them down. We got it down to 10.8. $69 out of 80 complete here tonight. Art Green there in 63 truck. I'm kind of wondering if he'll stay with Jared, if he'll go with Jason at the end of this one. And the 16 truck is a lap down. But what will he do if they start the battle? Who will he go with? And that is Overton back there in the 16 truck. One lap down. That second pack is gaining, but they're going to run out of time. There's just no way they're going to get there in time. Oliver made up 0.3 of a second on the leader last time by. And this time by about 0.5, but they're still 10 seconds back. And with 10 laps to go, I don't think they're going to make up a second a lap. Unless these trucks get really racy, really quick for them. Now there's only 3 trucks in this lead draft. Ziegler, Green, and Brophy. Now Scott back here in 5th, so a good run for Scott. Tucked in this second pack behind the 24. $71 out of 80 complete here tonight. Hart Green all over the back bumper of Jared Ziegler. Hart Green now starting to move around. He might be thinking of a way to get around the 57 truck. Scott in that second pack down to 9.5. Still way too far back though. .3, they're coming, but going to run out of time. Making up about 0.4 a lap. Jared Ziegler up front. Hart Green second. Jason Brophy third. That's your top 3 here. 73 laps in. Here's the second pack of trucks. Now 9.4, 9.0. I mean, they're coming. It's just too few laps to make it up. Jason, though, is kind of falling off the front, too. And if that does happen, that will help that second pack a little bit. .93. At the stripe, Jared of 51.4. And a 58 for that second pack. Now, with that type of numbers, and they might just do it. Again, I think what they need is these three to kind of space out again, like they were there about a lap ago. Them back in a tighter group, it's not going to help their cause any. Here's that second pack, though, man. They're sandwiched in like sardines. Across the stripe. Monitoring lap times once again. 51.4 to a 59. Man, they're knocking some time down, but it's going to run out of time to get there, I believe. Now we got to watch. Now look at Jason. He's starting to make some moves. Looking to the outside on Hart. That's going to slow this pack up. Oh, he's trying to give Hart that push, force Hart to go by Jared. What does Hart do with the run? Nothing as of yet. Jason again pulling out. Trying to get Hart to go. Maybe draft past him. This is a bold decision. This right here is what that second pack needs. 5 laps to go. Jason trying to get the win. Not going to happen. Not this time. Not able to get to the outside to pull Hart far enough back. At the stripe now. Now look at Jason all over the back of Hart Green. 4 laps to go. Jason trying to figure out a way around him. Three truck tandem up front. Hart Green trying to think of a plan. Jason Brophy sticking the nose out just a little bit. Coming to 3 laps to go. Hart's going to pull to the outside. Jason tries to go with him. Hart drops back in the line. Now the front 2 trucks. With a bit of a gap over Jason. Maybe Jason's trying to get a drafting partner. I don't think that plan is going to work. Jason dropped up back to pick up the other truck, but he may have dropped back a little bit too far. Coming to 2 laps to go. Wow. Jason Brophy may have took himself out of this one, trying to get some help. Now Hart looking to the outside. Now Hart's got to be thinking, well, I need Jason's help. See, if I'm Hart Green, I'm backing up to Jason now. get that big run on Jared with 2 laps to go. Big gap now. Coming to the white flag, 1 more lap to go. Jason was thinking, hey, I could drop back, but look at him. He's stuck back up. He's within range. What does Hart decide to do? Does he stay with Jared this whole last lap? 5.8 is the gap to back to Scott Sanderson in 4th. 1 lap to go. White flag for the Camping Universe Truck Series live from Talladega Super Speedway. Hart Green trying to get to the outside of Jason, maybe. Or will he just stay in line? Or to the outside of Jared, I mean Jason right there as well. This is going to be a turn 4 to remember, folks. Coming towards turn number 4. And 3 trucks in a line. Hart Green all over the back bumper of Jared Ziegler. Jason not close enough to do anything. Coming through the tri-oval. Jared Ziegler's going to take the checkered and win here at Talladega Super Speedway. Hart Green is 2nd. And 3rd, it goes to Jason Brophy. Of course, good job, Jared Ziegler. And we'll be right back with the interview.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Jason, it's Matt up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, you tried to set up that last lap deal, but just couldn't get no help from Hart.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he has every right to do what he wants there. I thought he was going to make a move. I was going to go with him if he did, but he had his own designs, and hey, that's his race, so he got a good points finish out of it. I got a little bit of damage there entering the pits, so I wasn't really going to contend for the win regardless, but...
Yeah, about that damage entering the pits. Speedy Gonzalez, otherwise known as Norman, come in a little hot there, don't you think?
Say that again? Sorry.
Speedy Gonzalez, otherwise known as Norman, came into pit road a little hot there.
Yeah, he did, and I don't think we actually made contact. I'm guessing it was netcode just based on where we were, but yeah, I got a little bit of nose damage there, and then I got clear of everyone, and that was the mistake. I should have just waited for them on the access road where they couldn't pass me, but...
Yeah, it got way out there, and then they just kind of, nothing you could do to hold them back.
Yeah, pretty much, and I mean, I kind of knew that's the way it was going to go there, but it's one of those, I should have waited for them in the access road, but my real hope was that I could find a lapper before they did, and go with them. Right, just push for as long as we could, but sadly that didn't happen, so mistake there. I don't think I would have been able to hold them off, though. Hart and Jared, I think, were working together there, so they would have passed me either way.
Alrighty, man. Well, you got 3rd anyway.
Yeah, I'll take it. It was pretty clean. I don't think I got an X there either, so, but just a little disappointed because I think I had a pretty good shot, got in and out of the pits well. This was an interesting setup, I will say that, but a little bit loose. Talladega is going to be real fun in the official series next week, so, or 2 weeks from now, I guess, but yeah, it's, I enjoy Talladega. Just a lot of times you can't do much without help, so.
Yeah, and I'll duly note that for the official series. Cause I run the open sea and the fixed sea.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty, buddy. Well, congratulations on P3.
Thank you.
Channel moved. User was moved out of your channel. User was moved to your
All
channel.
right, Jared, you walk away at the win here at Talladega Super Speedway. Oh, Jared, you there, buddy? I have trouble getting this team to work. Let's see if we can get over him here on Discord. Like this. Jared over on Discord. Oh, oh, he dinged me. Hey, Jared, can you hear me on Discord?
I can hear you on TeamSpeak and Discord now.
Okay.
I had TeamSpeak muted. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. I was coming to make sure. All right, man, you walk away at the win here tonight. What do you think?
Well, I'm lucky that Hart stayed behind me right there. When we came out of pit road and saw it was just us three with myself, Hart, and Jason, I told him, well, it's just I'm pushing either myself or to him to win, and glad he kind of stuck to that. And I knew I kind of probably pissed off Jason at some point during that race, and he was gonna go with him, and he even said he was gonna go with him. I was expecting that, so I kind of stayed high. I kind of stayed high there off of 4, just hoping that it could block them enough, and surely it did. So, congrats! I could get this Combs Blue Jacket machine to the front, and I believe I led the most laps as well.
All righty, well, congratulations. You know, Scott with the points lead coming in, he had a good day as well. What do you think it's going to take to get up there and take the points lead away from Scott?
I'm pretty sure it's Scott's show now. It's his thing to lose. He's 100 points ahead of Jason. He was 135 of me, so he's pretty much a half of a race, not even a full race, but half a race ahead. So it's gonna be pretty tough to catch him if anybody can. But I'm just hoping to kind of steal that third or the second place trophy away from Jason here. So had a good run, and let's hope we can move the momentum onto Dover.
All righty, man. Well, congratulations, man.
Yep, thank you. Thank you for broadcasting.
No problem. And if you want to stick around a few minutes and speak, I'll yak with you after the broadcast.
10-4 will do.
User was moved out of
All
your
right,
channel.
let me go see if I can locate Mr. Green over in Discord. A little different here tonight. I'll go search him down if I can. No, doesn't look like Hearts on Discord. All right, folks, it was a great race here at Talladega Super Speedway. Jared Ziegler walking away with the win. I want to thank everybody for coming out here this evening, and we will see you tomorrow night for the slide job. KNN series only on